scarcity is not the one and only factor, or the guy's labor of going to just shovel some sand in a jar is not the factor that is leading to that price that somebody pays for. With that being said, David, let's get into it. The meme that we're destroying today is not necessarily a funny picture. There's nothing for Nameless Faceless Video Guy to put up here with us. It was more of a headline that I thought there's a teachable moment here. And the headline is that some industrious young person, I'm going to assume it's a gentleman, found, if any of you saw...
Because only men can be this creepy, by the way. This detailed with their creepiness. Only men can get this far into finding out things about someone's ass.
I mean, let's be honest. It wasn't that complicated. So, for those of you who don't know, Tom Brady recorded himself from his phone, apparently, this last week, giving his official second and hopefully final retirement announcement. And in the back, you could clearly, I mean, he's obviously in Florida. I don't know if he was up around the Tampa area, Miami, whatever. But if you've ever been to Florida, you know that the line of buildings that are on the coast, wherever you go in Florida, can be pretty distinct. And somebody matched up the buildings that was in the background of Tom Brady's retirement speech and went to that area of the beach, allegedly, and put some sand in a jar and put it up for sale on eBay. And when it first happened, there was talks that the jar might go for around six figures, $100K, for putting some sand from a beach in a jar.
And we can't get you to
eBay.
pay $5 a month. People are paying $100K plus for Tom Brady's ass sand.
That's right.
We can't even get one goddamn fucking Lincoln from you. Jesus Christ.
And now, obviously, you know, you're thinking, well, first of all, how do I know that the sand in that jar is even from the spot that they say it's from? Second of all,
that's a good point.
Second of all, it's a beach. There's tons of sand.
I know how they do it. They pop the top and they go, oh.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly how it works.
It's Brady ass.
Because whoever bought it knows exactly what Brady's ass smells like.
I bought his jockstrap years ago.
This is a match. Yeah.
This is it. This is it. I can tell from them.
Second of all, and even more importantly, perhaps, is even if they say, look, here's the picture, here's me putting the sand in the jar, that's how you know that it's, you know, from the Tom Brady spot where he made his retirement announcement. Last time I checked, a lot of sand at the beach. So this isn't exactly a scarce product, you know?
Dane, stop the presses right now. Stop recording. We need to go to the beach right now. Right now.
Listen, this
is like Bitcoin. I feel like if you start selling sand, you'll be like, Salma Hayek sat here.
It's exactly the opposite of Bitcoin.
Brad Pitt shook his head off after he got out of
Bitcoin has scarcity built into it. There will only ever be 21 million.
There's only going to be so many granules of sand that caught Brad Pitt's illustrious head wagging salt water. Okay?
Right, but as we said, there's no way to prove that the grains of sand that you got in that jar are the ones that his butt actually touched, or Brad Pitt's hair, or Salma Hayek's cleavage, or whatever you want to go
levels, right? We're working on levels? Okay, good.
So anyway, the teachable moment and why this is in the meme section is because, and you're going to say at first, Dane, you're coming way out of left field with this one. This is another teachable moment to destroy Marxism and to destroy the labor theory of value, right? Marx would tell you everything gets its value based on the human labor that was put into it. But as we can clearly demonstrate from this example, if somebody is willing to put $100,000 into a jar of sand, which can be infinitely repeatable and unprovable that it is what it says it is, then apparently scarcity is not the one and only factor, or the guy's labor of going to just shovel some sand in a jar is not the factor that is leading to that price that somebody pays for. So what is? It's subjective value. It's the subjective determination of the buyer. Some buyer says, yep, I think that's Brady butt sand. I'm taking it to the bank, literally, and I'm paying $100,000 for it. The only way to explain that price valuation on something like that is because value is subjective. It's not based on the labor that goes into it.
And I think the true story here is, how sad are you that you're willing to spend $100,000 on Brady butt sand? Like, what is so broken in you that you only have Brady so close to your heart and no one else, that you have to have his butt sand and you're willing to pay upwards of six figures? Like,
to be fair, I don't know if that's the price that it actually fetched, but that's what people were thinking it could get up to. So I don't know what the jar actually sold.
If it's over 50 cents, you've way overpaid.
Okay, but by making that point, David, you
seek help. If you're the person that bought that, seek help. If you have like the last home run ball that Hank Aaron hit, awesome, cool, good for you. That's pretty legit. If you have the last touchdown ball that Brady ever threw, that's cool. If you have the Super Bowl ring that Putin stole from what's his name?
Robert Kraft.
Yeah, Robert. I thought it was Coach Belichick, but Robert Kraft, right? So like, if you have the Super Bowl ring that was stolen by Putin from Kraft, and now it's in your possession, you're a baller, my friend. Mm-hmm. That's not only historical in an NFL sense, but also geopolitically. Money well spent. If you have Brady ass sand from where he retired for the second time, it's not even his first retirement. Like,
but it's the final
seek
retirement.
help, sir.
But see,
we
here's
think
the thing.
Until the trade deadline this year, all of a sudden the Raiders need a quarterback and they got a pretty good offensive line in a shitty division.
But here's the thing, right?
Here comes the Cape Crusader.
David's castigating of the buyer notwithstanding, this again proves.
I don't even know what the fuck that means, but
this again proves the point, right? Because we have two different buyers, right? The buyer who paid $100,000 and David. David wouldn't pay. You couldn't pay David to take the jar. Forget 50 cents. He probably wouldn't accept money from you. And, it was a lot of money to keep it and put it on his mantle. So the only thing that can describe that discrepancy in price between what one consumer is willing to pay for it and what another consumer is willing to pay for is subjective value. That's what it is. So the next time you hear some leftist, Marxist, brain-dead, mouth-breathing drooler tell you about the labor theory of value, and that the reason why they can prove to you that the minimum wage needs to be raised because laborers are being exploited, the only way that labor is exploited is if the labor theory of value is correct.
Could you?
And it's not. Cite Brady butt sand.